Okay. All right. I had a little issue there, but it says I'm live now. So let me just check it. Okay. All right. So, y'all, this is my very first time to ever do this, and I'm just learning at the moment. So, if you're like watching this on a replay or anything like that, I'm just letting you know I have no idea. And I'm checking on my tablet just to see, make sure I've got sound and yeah, okay. Okay, I do. Tan Man, hi. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Yay. Oh, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate that so much. You have no idea. How are you? Well, I'm so glad you are. Oh man, I was like sitting here just thinking, I can see it now. I'm gonna be sitting here just talking to myself. And I had a problem when I first tried to go on. I clicked go live and it said live streaming is not available. And I'm like, what? And I signed out of it and then I came back and luckily it worked. So I'm glad for that. But let me see something. Can I add you as a moderator just for the heck of it? I don't know that I'll need a moderator. I probably won't. But sometimes, people come in here and those bots or whatever will come in and post not nice things. So do you have any, okay, good. Let me add you as a moderator then. Okay. Okay, so now you're a moderator and now Lightning's at the door and he wants in. So I guess I got to step away for a second and let Lightning in or else he's going to be pestering me. Hang on. All right, come on. Come on, hurry up. Hurry up, I'm on live here. I'm live streaming, baby. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Now, of course, I got to keep an eye on him. So, yeah, today I had to take him into the vet. I don't like my glasses, but I have to put this ring light on. Sweet Primrose, hello. Hi. Welcome. Well, I am very happy that you at least made it for a second. I appreciate it so much, y'all. I'm serious. I'm so glad that you showed up, even if it is just briefly. I guess he did want to. Poor little guy. Yeah, I had to take him to the vet today to get that thing on his neck drained. Oh, it was gross, y'all. I won't talk about it because it was nasty. Where'd you go anyway? I wish I didn't have to have my glasses on. But I won't be able to read anything. But at least now I know what this looks like. So I'm not even sure what in the world to talk about. I mean, this is just an open thing. So we can talk about whatever y'all want to. Well, thank you, Sweet Primrose. I really appreciate that so much. And I'm hoping I can. I hope I can do some more live streams. Oh, I know scorpions creep me out too. They scare the crap out of me. And I had one in here one day. That thing, I saw one of the cats kind of going crazy. And I'm like, what are y'all doing? And I walked over there. I was like, oh my God. I was just glad I was able to get it and get it out of the house. Sorry, there's kids screaming as they're going by the house. But yeah, he's doing better. Where'd he go? I saw him heading out there somewhere. Um, yeah, he's doing better. I had to take him in. It just looked like it got bigger, that thing on his neck. And oh man, I couldn't even believe all the stuff that came out of there. It was, oh, God, it was awful. And the vet said he didn't even know what it was. He was like, well, I don't know. Because I said, do you think it was a scorpion? Oh God. Yeah, yeah, I've seen plenty of them. I've encountered quite a few since I've been here, and it's very scary because I know those things can cause a lot of pain, which I'm not into. And I hope I'm not yelling. I might be yelling. Am I yelling? Because I'm so used to talking loud. Hang on, lightning. Lightning. I'm used to talking loud on my tablet because the audio is not that great. The microphone. Okay. But I'm using my Blue Yeti that I use for my ASMR videos. What are you doing? Do you want to come here? You want to come here? Want to come up in my lap? Come here. Want to come here? So yeah, I got to watch how my volume is because I've got the Blue Yeti picks up my voice a lot better than my tablet microphone or my phone microphone. And I don't know how I sound. Lightning, he maybe wants to go back out. Hang on, y'all. Sorry about this. Darn it. Microphone or microphone? Lightning, do you want to go outside? You want to go out? Come on. All right, let me take it over. Y'all know I just called him microphone. So, I don't know. Can you see? Yeah, they had to shave him over here and everything. Poor little guy. He was so good at the vet, though. I couldn't believe it. I was really proud of him. All right, do you want to go back out? Let me take you outside. Hang on. Be careful. I think that's the first time I've ever called him microphone before. Don't know why I did that. Y'all, my camera, my settings are not good. See, this is really dumb. I guess it is. You know what's really dumb is I thought for sure that when I set up to do this live stream, that it was going to let me preview my camera so that I could make sure my settings were good and everything, but it didn't. So I had no idea what this was even going to look like when I came on here. I couldn't do any settings. Let me see if I can fix anything. It just, to me, it doesn't look right. Is that any better? Maybe. I don't know. Oh well, maybe that's better than it was. I have no idea. So all today, I gotta tell you, I was so nervous the closer it got to time to come on here. Oh wow. Yeah, I swear I don't remember ever doing one. I don't know. I can't remember if I ever did one on my ASMR channel like way back when I first started the channel. I don't remember. I mean, it kind of seems like I did, but maybe I'm just thinking about when I did Twitch. Because I tried doing some ASMR on Twitch, but it just, the people that came in there were just not, I just was like, no. Because I know there are a lot of ASM artists that go on Twitch, but it just wasn't for me. So And I think I'm still going to put up a video on here tonight. I'll probably make a video after I'm done. Yeah. Yeah. And, I've never gone on TikTok. I don't have a TikTok account. I mean, the only thing I've ever had anything to do with TikTok is when someone shows a TikTok video within a video or something. It's like or a live stream where somebody's showing clips from things. Because I watch a lot of true crime stuff. And so there's a lot of live streams that I feel like my glasses are they're shining into the thing. I watch a lot of live streams that are about, true crime cases like the Delphi stuff and this new, the Idaho 4 and all that stuff like that. So they'll show a lot of video clips within their live stream. And sometimes they'll show TikTok clips. And that's about the most I've seen of TikTok because I just don't get into it. Let's see. Yeah, see, I don't know. I prefer long videos. I don't know. I have a tendency when I'm looking through YouTube to look for videos that are at the very least like 20 minutes long if possible. It's like I just like things that go on and has some content to it. That's just my preference though. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's the thing that surprises me is that, people, they like to sit down and watch movies that are like 2 hours, but yet people will complain that your videos are too long, or something. And then I get that guy that was, bitching about or not bitching, but I should say, the guy that was critiquing my ASMR channel. He was sitting there saying, well, you need to make longer videos. And see, I do too. I do too. And I love it when I get up in the morning and Mary has one of her vlogs up. I love that. I love starting my day off watching Mary's vlog. And it's always disappointing if she doesn't have one up because that's the first thing I do when I get up and make my coffee and feed the cats. I look immediately to see if she's got a new vlog up. And I'm always like, oh, dang it, if she doesn't. And sometimes I'll actually be up when she posts her her vlog. I'll be up, I'll have made an ASMR video or something like that. And so I'm still up late and I'll see it'll pop up in my notifications that she's put one up. But then I wait because it's like, oh, I want to watch it right now. But I know that in the morning when I get up, I'm going to want to start my day off with that. So I'll wait to watch it. Yeah, and I appreciate it. I do appreciate it when you comment. I really do. I always try to comment on people's videos for that same reason. Even if it's just something real short, I try to always do that because I know that it helps. And some of the channels I watch, they don't need my help. I mean, there's some that are so big that, my comment probably doesn't even matter, but I still try to do it anyway. Except for when I'm watching somebody's video that puts me to sleep. And I tell you, Linda's videos, I put on her ASMR videos before I go to bed at night. Most of the time, hers, and there's a couple of other ones, but mostly it's either Linda or Ray Moon. She's wonderful. I love her. She's an older lady, and I just absolutely adore her too. I'll put on, like, if I put on Linda's video, I never get to see the whole video. Usually within the first couple of minutes, I am already asleep. It's exactly why I watch them. It's like, because I know if I watch her video, I'm going to end up falling asleep. Oh, she cracks me up. I swear that girl, she has me in stitches sometimes. I'm a lot of times when I'm watching her live streams, I'm over here just busting out laughing. And she doesn't know that, of course. She can't tell, except for, if I put like a laughing, like rolling on the floor laughing or something up on the thing, but it's like she just cracks me up. Yeah, I've been watching her videos now for quite a few years, and I've been watching her live streams for I think the past 3 years at least. And I love her. Yeah, and that's another thing, it's like I'm always I talk about her channel, I talk about Mary's channel. I'm always talking about channels that I personally love when I'm doing videos and stuff because, why not? I don't, you know, I like sharing other people. Oh, I know, me too. And see, and I get such a kick out of Mary because we're both from North Carolina. And so a lot of her humor and a lot of the things that she says, I get because I'm from there. So it's like I know what she's talking about. I know, and I die sometimes. There are times where I'm laughing so hard, tears are streaming down my face at some of the stuff that she says. I just love her. She cracks me up. And that's one of the reasons why I started watching her ASMR channel years back. It's because I saw Southern in her title, and I was like, oh, I got to check her out. And I just died. It was like one of the first videos I saw of her was a funny video. It was kind of comical, and I was just like, oh yeah, yes, I'm all over this. Yep, I am. I am from North Carolina, so yeah, I get that Southern humor. And I understand, if she says words that are very Southern, and then she has to try to, explain what she's actually saying because it's not pronounced the way normal people pronounce it. It's like I understand what she's saying. She didn't have to explain to me because I know. It's so funny. Yeah, I get a kick out of her, and I love that she puts up her vlog videos every day. And I'm always excited when I see that she's put up more than one. You know how sometimes she'll be like driving to Costco or something, and then she'll put up another video later on that was, something that happened at Costco or something like that. It's like, oh, yay, she's got another one up. I love it. I wish I had more exciting stuff to talk about on mine, but it's like I don't have access to a whole lot here because I live in such a small town and I don't really go anywhere. It's like I only go to the same places all the time to do my shopping and stuff like that. So there's not a whole lot for me to really talk about. So, it makes it a little less interesting maybe for, my vlogs as compared to hers. She's always got exciting stuff to talk about. Well, I hope so. I really do. I hope so because I mean, it's like I'm in Thailand. I'm in, a North Carolina girl living in Thailand. So maybe that in itself is somewhat interesting. But I've really been enjoying doing this vlog because I needed this outlet. I really have. I needed a way to just to express myself and not, have all of the demands that the ASMR channel has. I mean, not that I don't enjoy that because I do. It's just, over there, sometimes I want to talk about just normal everyday things, but be able to just talk normally and not have to, talk really softly and all that and worry about whether there's background noises and stuff. So Well, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed those. I'm telling you, those are the videos that I love to do the most. Those all about atmosphere ones that I do, but they're not typical. They're not typical ASMR, and so they don't get the views that some of the other ones do. And it's such a shame because to me, I think they're some of the better ones because they're more interesting. I find them more interesting. I just think that it's fun to, step out of the box a little bit and do something a little different. But I don't know. But yeah, I loved doing those videos. And it was so much fun. The first one that I did, because Linda didn't know that I was doing that because I had just been hearing her talking about Elon Musk for like ages. She was talking about it and she's just like, oh, she just loves him. And and then I was just thinking, that would be fun to do a video where she and I are going out, and she's gonna got a date with him, So I had such a blast doing it. And then after I did it, I was like, well, dang, now I want to do another one. So I've done, I think, 3 altogether now. That was she and I supposedly at this VIP lounge. Yeah, when she found out about it, she was just like, "Oh my god." She couldn't believe it. She was like, "No one's ever made a video about me before." And I was like, "Well, good. I'm glad I was the one that did it." Oscar, do you want to say hi? Oh, come here. Come here. He doesn't like to be held, so he's probably not going to put up with this. Look at him. He looks all mad. Hi, Oscar. I hear lightning at the door again. Do you know I'm live streaming? He didn't care. Thank you. Yeah, I love my black cats, man. My very first cat was a black cat. He lived for 23 years, and he probably would have lived longer, but my husband that I'm separated from, he had a wolf hybrid, and he got a hold of him one day, and so that was it. But he made it 23 years until that happened. So yeah, I've always had a passion because a black cat was the very first cat I ever had, and I know it was terrible, man. I was just like, man, oh man. But he was such an old cat that he could have been, he was kind of in bad shape, at that age. So he might have been sickly. The dog, the wolf hybrid dog, whatever, probably could sense that. He could probably tell that, he wasn't in the greatest shape. So maybe his instincts kicked in or something, but it was not easy to deal with. Yeah, I know. I feel very fortunate that I got to have him as long as I did. And he traveled everywhere with me, too. It's like no matter how many times I moved, no matter where I moved to, he always went with me. And, he was my best friend forever. And he was so great. He was this cat that would just like, I could clean the entire apartment that I lived in with him up on my shoulder. He would want to get up on my shoulder and I would just go clean house and stuff, and he'd just lay right there on my shoulder. I learned how to make beds with him in it, and it's like I knew exactly how to make a bed, even though he was laying in the bed, and he was awesome. I hear you, Lightning, but good Lord, you were just in here, and I can't be watching you right now. Oh boy. Well, hello, Green Rose. Hi. So happy to see you. I'm glad you made it. Oh, that's so cool that your cat looks like Biscuit. Yeah, oh God. And Biscuit's got such beautiful eyes. He really does. Well, how are you, Green Rose? It's so nice to see you in here. I'm so glad I actually have people to talk to. I can't even believe it. I was really sitting here trying to prepare myself that I might have to just have a conversation with myself. And and I kept watching to see if Linda was going to go on today, but I never saw her. I kept checking and checking, but I never saw any notification that she was going on. Thank you. I just wish y'all could see how pretty the colors actually are. It looks so faded on here. It just doesn't have the same. I mean, it's like so much more vibrant in person. But I love these LED strip lights. They are just so cool. And I mean, talk about easy to work with when you go to put them on the tree. Oh, no. Oh, man. Well, I hope that you feel better soon. Man, I used to get strep throat sometimes 2 or 3 times a year. Thank you, Tan Man. Yeah, years ago, I used to get it 2 or 3 times a year. I'd get it in June. I mean, it's like almost every year in June, I would end up with it. And I was just like, oh my God. And it was so miserable. It was horrible. So I feel for you. God, this is so bizarre being on live. I'm like tripping out because I've been wanting to do this for so long, but just never could get up the courage to try. So I'm really glad y'all came. Well, it is nice. I'm so glad I finally get to interact with people. That's the thing. It's like I love to be able to interact in the comments. That's wonderful. But to be able to actually interact, at the same time, whatever, live is just so much more fun. It's so much better. Oh, no. Ugh. Well, that sucks. Yeah, I've noticed that since I've been living in Thailand, I've not gotten sick like I used to in America. Because I mean, I grew up in North Carolina, which, had bad winters and stuff, but then I lived in Colorado before coming here, and wintertime was horrible. I know. It's oh God, I used to get sick all the time when I lived in Colorado. But that's the one thing I do love about living in Thailand is, that it's hot all year round. In the hottest time though, it's like horribly hot. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I really do. Oh God, -10. Oh God. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. And then see, that's what it was like in Colorado. I mean, sometimes it would get way down below zero, and it was just absolutely horrible. Because I don't like cold weather. I don't like to be cold. Although I do like it though, whenever we have cooler nights and I'm able to put my little throw blanket over me and stuff. I do like that. But I don't like to be cold, cold. I don't like it when you step outside and just everything hurts because it's just so cold. I've been here since October of 2011. Yeah, 2011. So it's been a while. And I had planned on going back to America last year, but I mean, I don't know if you saw the video where I was talking about how that morning I got up here and I don't know. There was just something about that morning that was so magical. And I just had that overwhelming feeling that just said, why do you want to go back? There's nothing there for you. I mean, other than my sister, I mean, I've got my sister back there, but other than that, it's like there's really nothing for me in America. So, and everything just, I don't know, it just felt like the right thing to do to stay here. Yes. Oh, God, yes. That's one of the reasons why we left in the first place, is because it was so expensive. It was just really difficult to survive. I mean, I had been in a car accident, and so I had to quit working because I was waiting tables. That was my job, was to wait tables, and I worked in this really busy breakfast lunch place. And so I was on my feet running around all the time, and it got to a point where after that car accident that I would go to the table to take someone's order, and tears would just be streaming down my face because I was in such excruciating pain. And I thought, I cannot do this. I have got to stop working. And then after I quit working, and it was just, one income coming in, it got really bad. I was having to go to the food banks every week and stuff to get food because we just couldn't afford it. We were living in an RV, this really old RV that had no heat. And living in Colorado in an RV with no heat was a nightmare, to say the least. We had to use a little space heater and cover up with like all kinds of blankets and everything and hope that the thing didn't burn down. Yes, I know. I agree, Green Rose. I agree. Thank you. I'm glad too. I had no idea what to expect when I came here. I had no idea. I'd never left America before. I mean, I had been to the Bahamas years ago, but that's still considered, that's not like leaving the country. So I'd never left the country. I'd never been here even to visit, to see what I thought of it. So I literally was like giving up everything there and moving halfway across the world to a place I'd never been to. Had no idea if I was going to like it. And it was a huge culture shock that took me a little while to get used to. But it's like now I'm so used to the culture here that I would be terrified to go back to America. I really would. I would be so scared because things would be so different than the way I'm used to living here. I'm trying not to have this dang ring light. I hate that. It's like, see how dumb that is? I don't know how to do lighting when you have glasses on so that it doesn't show in your glasses. But yeah, I'm definitely just so happy to be here. I mean, there's things that I wish that I could change, but you know, where do you live in the world where there's not at least one thing that, you're not happy about? I mean, nothing's perfect, but I really just, I don't know, this place is so much cheaper to live. Like today, for instance, when I took Lightning to the vet, I took him in there. He had to have that thing all drained out and given some medication, given a couple of shots. I had to bring home some medication to give him and all that. And it was 400 baht. And I'm not exactly sure. I'll have to look it up. I should look at this. Let me look it up real quick because I'm curious to see what the conversion is on that. So I'm going to look it up and see. Sorry. I'm just really curious to know what this cost me to have all that done. $11.46. $11.46 to have that done. Exactly. Exactly, Tan Man. It would, because I was telling my friend Jackie, because I messaged her to tell her I had taken him up there. And I was telling her, I said, just to go into the vet in America these days can cost you upwards of $100 just to walk in the door to go talk to the vet. That doesn't even include an examination or anything like that. And it's like, it's ridiculous. It is really ridiculous. And I mean, I'm so thankful that I'm able to. I mean, unfortunately, I will say this. Unfortunately, vet care here is not top notch. I think vets in America are definitely more, um, they've had more schooling, I think, and they know a lot more than some of the vets. I can't testify to all of them, but some of the ones I've dealt with have not been very good, to say the least. I've actually had quite a few animals that have died because I took them to the vet. So it took me a long time to even get up the nerve to take one of my animals back to a vet here, because so many I had lost for ridiculous reasons. I mean, literally, that wolf hybrid that I was talking about that killed my cat, he went in to a vet out of town, not this one here in town, but he'd gone to the vet out of town just to have this little cyst removed that was on the top of his head. By the end of the day, he was dead. So, yeah, it was an unbelievable nightmare. We could not even believe it. It was unreal. I know, I know. It's just ridiculously expensive in so many places. And it's like, I feel so fortunate every single day at, the cost of living here. I mean, things have gone up since I moved here. They've definitely gone up on a lot of things. Food prices have gone up. A lot of stuff has gone up. But still, in comparison with the US, it is so much cheaper. I mean, there is no way I could afford to live in America right now. I don't know how in the world I would do it. I really don't. So I'm very thankful. It's like, I can't remember how many years. It's been like 4 years ago, maybe. I can't remember exactly what year it was. Oh, I know. It is insane because I've been hearing about it. I hear Mary talk about it all the time. I think it was like 4 years ago or something. I had to have hernia surgery. And I was just like, oh God. I mean, it was horrible. I had this horrible hernia that was causing me so much excruciating pain. I couldn't take it anymore. So I had to go to the hospital. And now, granted, I did choose to stay in the ward or whatever, the open ward that had like 16 beds in it. So I didn't have like a private room or anything. I stayed in with like 15 other people that were in there, for surgery. And I was there for, I think it was 4 or 5 days that I was in the hospital. And altogether, for the surgery and like a 4 or 5 day stay in the hospital, I think it was like $500. And I don't even know. Actually, I think it was less than that. Come to think of it, I know. Actually, so while I got this on here, I'm going to look and see, because I don't think that's even right. Now, of course, the currency rate changes and fluctuates and stuff, but I'm thinking it was. Oh, I'm sorry. It was more like $286. We'll just round it up to $300 for hernia surgery and 4 or 5 nights in the hospital. You're not even going to pay that for just a night stay in the hospital, let alone the surgery or anything in America. Are you kidding? It's like, what? I know. Insane. Oh, I know. I know. And I can't remember. There was this woman that I knew here, that her husband had gone in to have hernia surgery as well. And I think he went to the same hospital, if I'm not mistaken, but he actually had a private room. They paid extra so that he would have a private room for his stay there. And it seems to me like it was not that much more expensive than what I paid to stay in that room with, stay in that big ward with all these people. And it was the craziest thing. This was the craziest freaking thing. Okay, so I'm like here in this ward with all these other people that had like family members coming in there, people sleeping on the floor. One night I was laying there trying to sleep, and my bed kind of went like this. And I woke up and I was just like, oh, because I was in like all this pain from the surgery and everything. Turned out one of the people that was like visiting and staying with the person next to me was sleeping underneath my bed on the floor. But that's not even the craziest part. This hospital was like open to the outside. I mean, there were like windows and doors and stuff, but they left it open so the air would flow through. And so at any time, you could look up and see dogs walking through, cats walking through. It was like, what? I liked the cats coming in. I was like, oh, there's a kitty. It was crazy. I'm telling you, it was just like this unbelievable experience. I never know what to expect here. That's what's so much fun about living here, is that you just never know what you're going to see. It was just crazy. I mean, who would think, the animals would just be wandering through this hospital room, it's like, where people are in there recovering from surgery and stuff. Oh my gosh. It was crazy. But what sucked about that the most, though, is that the only pain medication that they gave me was ibuprofen. I would have thought they would have given me something a little stronger than that to help with the pain, because, oh my God, that was painful. I could not believe how painful that surgery was. But they only gave me ibuprofen. So that's it. But I got through it, thankfully. I know. I definitely thought they were going to give me something stronger. And I was having to constantly tell them to please give me more because, oh God, I cannot even describe the pain that was. And I've never had children, and I cannot even imagine the pain that women go through going through childbirth. I cannot imagine it. I don't want to imagine, which I can't anyway. I can't have kids. I actually, like Linda, only we had different kinds of cancer, but I'm a cancer survivor too. That's one of the things that attracted me to Linda right away, was I thought, oh wow, she's a cancer survivor as well. And so, yeah, I can't have kids, but I don't mind, because I can't really see myself going through labor. Oh, I know. It did. I know. Thank you, Tan Man. Yeah, I'm happy I survived it too. God. I mean, that was a scary thing. That is a very scary thing. And what was so weird, it's like I had the way I found out about it was so bizarre. I had Lightning, please. I mean, Oscar, don't mess with that. I had gone to this mall when I lived in Colorado. It was shortly after I moved to Colorado. I went to this mall, and they had all these different like kiosk kind of things set up in the mall. And one of them was this thing where you could go and get a free chiropractic exam. And so they gave you this little voucher thing to go in for a free chiropractic exam. And I had some lower back problems and stuff. I thought, well, I'm going to go try this out. So I went in. Oh, hang on a second. Let me read your thing here. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. That's awful. about your mom. Oh, man, oh, man. Well, thank you. Yeah, it was just bizarre. I went in for this chiropractic exam, and he's like mashing around on my stomach and stuff like that. And he mashed on this one part, and I was like, ow. I mean, I was like, it really hurt. And he said, I think that you should go in and get your gallbladder checked out. Because he said, I think you might have a gallbladder problem. So I'm like, okay. So then I go in to get my gallbladder checked, and there was nothing wrong with it. They said they didn't see any problem with the gallbladder. And the doctor asked me how long it had been since I'd had a pap smear. And I was like, 10 years at least, because the first time I ever went in for one, it was a horrifying experience. So I never went back. And they said, well, we really think you should go in and get a pap smear. You know, women should be doing that on a regular basis. So I'm like, okay. So I go in for this. Next thing I know, they're calling me up on the phone and telling me, I'm sorry, but I hate to inform you, but you have cervical cancer. I'm like, what? I mean, I literally thought they had called the wrong person. I thought this has to be a mistake. You know, it was. I mean, I was literally in shock. I was like sitting there going, they had to have called the wrong person. You know, there's no way. And then I'm like, okay, so what am I supposed to do now? And they said, well, you need to come in and we need to talk to you about this or whatever. And basically what the doctor told me when I went in to discuss this with them, they said that it was advanced to the point that if I had not found out about it when I did, in 2 months, I would probably be dead. I had no symptoms, no sign that anything was going on, nothing. I was like in a state of freaking shock. I mean, I was in shock. I could not believe it. And they told me, they're like, you have got to have immediate surgery. I mean, as soon as possible. We need to do something about this. And they did have me come in for a couple of like grafts or something. I forget what it was called, but where they went in to try to see, you know, if they could get rid of it without going in for surgery or so. I don't know what it was now, but whatever the case was, they said, yeah, you got to have a hysterectomy right away. So that was that. That was that. But that was okay. I mean, it's like, whatever you got to do, man. I'm not really ready to go yet, you know, because at that time it was 2001. You know, I still had my whole life ahead of me as far as I was concerned. So, yeah, I that was just mind blowing. I could not believe it. I know, seriously, because I had no symptoms, nothing. I had nothing to indicate that there was anything wrong with me at all. And it's just by some freak chance that I went for this free chiropractic exam that led me to finding out about this. I mean, it was just bizarre. The whole thing was just crazy. Sorry I got into all this, you know, stuff, but didn't mean to get so personal, but I mean, you know, I don't mind talking about it because it's something I went through, and I'm thankful to be alive. And after that, you know, it kind of gave me a different perspective on life and everything, because I'm like, wow, you know, at any moment, you know, things can totally change. So, no, fortunately, I didn't, because I mean, this was a situation where they told me, they're like, you know, you got to have this done now. And fortunately, after they did it, they said that they got it all. But then they told me that I had to go back every 6 months to get an examination. And I was doing that for a few years. I was going in every 6 months to get checked and whatever. And I was told I was fine. And then I went in this one time, the last time that I ever went in for a checkup. I went in and this lady asked me why I was there. And I told her. And she was looking at my chart and she says, well, it says here that you had a hysterectomy. And I was like, yeah. And she laughed. And I was like, why is this woman laughing? And she's like, why did they tell you that you needed to get a pap smear every 6 months after having a hysterectomy? And I said, well, they said I needed to check to make sure that the cancer wasn't going to come back. And she said, well, when you come in for that exam, we're checking your cervix. You don't have one. So there's no reason for you to be coming in for these examinations. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Oh my God. I know, Tan Man. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it does feel like that. And when they show up, you just don't know. And yeah, I am lucky that I didn't, because I can't imagine, like, when Linda talks about going through chemo, I'm just like, oh my God, I can't even comprehend what horrible, horrible nightmare that would be to go through. And I'm so fortunate that I didn't. But yeah, I never went back for another pap smear after that, because that doctor told me there was really no reason for it. She's like, we're checking your cervix that you don't have, so you don't need to come in for that. So yeah, I never went back. And thankfully I've been fine. So hopefully I continue to be okay. Ooh. Well, I haven't been. I mean, I guess, let's see, 2021 would make it. Wait, was that 2000? It was 2000. Yeah, it was December of 2000 when I had the hysterectomy. So I guess I've been fortunate now for 22 years. Thank you very much, Green Rose. I hope so, because it's like, I swear, it's scary. It's scary when you have it running in your family, a lot of cancer in your family. It is a little scary. But yeah, it's like, the older I get, the more kind of scared I get. I mean, it's like I don't feel old and I don't think old, but I think about how fast time goes by. I mean, it just flies. I don't know if it feels like that for y'all, but for me, it just seems like time goes by so fast. And when I think about the fact that I've actually been here in Thailand now for 11 years or whatever it's been, yeah, like 11 years, I think it just seems like I blinked and 11 years have gone by. And I'm thinking, good Lord, I'm 55 now. And how quickly is, 65 going to get here? And you know what I mean? It's like it freaks me out sometimes. I know. I can't believe it either. I mean, do y'all remember when everybody was like all freaking out about it being the year 2000 and everybody thought that, the internet was going to go down and everything was going to crash. All computers were going to crash and everything was just going to fall apart when we hit the year 2000. And here we are at almost 2023. It's like, are you kidding? It's insane. It's just crazy. Oh, I know. I know. And actually, you know what? I always used to do that back in the days when I actually went on Facebook, because I don't fool with Facebook no more. But I used to, whenever I came here, I would post on Facebook when it got to be the new year here. I'd say, well, hello from the future, because for me, it would already be the next year, but it would still be the previous year in America. So I would post, hey, hello from the future. There's flying cars and all kinds of stuff over here. Wow. Y'all are so young. So funny. It's crazy to think how time flies, though. It really is. Well, good Lord, y'all. I've actually been on here almost an hour. I didn't know I was going to be on this long, especially since I didn't know if anybody was going to actually show up or not. Oh, wow. What a time to miss it. That's like the worst time to miss it, when it turns into something like that. I can't even remember what I was doing. I'm sure I probably watched the ball drop or something. That's usually what I did. Was just watch the ball drop in Times Square. I don't know what I'm doing this year. I have no idea. Probably nothing. I'll probably just be sitting right here like I always do. Oh, I'm going to hear that gate. Get ready for the gate. I hear the scooter out there. Oh, I'm sorry, Tan Man. The last few years have been a nightmare. But I'm so thankful that at least this year I was able to be on my own and free of a bad situation and trying to get my life back together. It's been coming together slowly but surely, because I had to kind of start from scratch. It's like everything that I had accumulated over the past, 10 years of living here, I had to let go of. So I had literally just a handful of my things. And so I had to start completely over. So that wasn't easy. So it's taken me a while, but at least now things are starting to, I'm starting to feel like I've actually kind of got my life back a little bit. I'm just hoping it stays that way, because I never know. From day to day, I never know what's going to happen. But yeah. Well, I appreciate y'all being here. I've been on here for an hour, and I don't know if y'all are like, ready to go. And I don't want you to feel like you're having to stay here or something, just to, out of obligation or something. Because, I am so thankful y'all came in. I really am. It makes me feel so good. Oh, man. Oh, no. That's horrible, Green Rose. Well, good. Thank you, Tan Man. Oh, hey, Green Rose, do you want to be a moderator too? I mean, just why not? If you don't want to be, you don't have to be. Not that there's anything to moderate, but I'm going to make you one anyway. Yeah, I'm hoping next year is going to be better for everybody. I really do. I just hope that, it's time for things to get better. Oh, that's awesome, Tan Man. Well, congratulations on that. Well, thank you for being there. I'm telling you, I'm just so excited y'all are here. I can't even tell you. Yeah, that's awesome. I don't even know what a software developer does really. I mean, I'm sure it's a hard job. I am so not good at I'm not computer savvy, and I don't know much about software and things like that. I struggle with that kind of thing. I'm always having to like Google everything if I have a problem. Yeah, see, I know nothing about coding. Oh, well, you know, if he doesn't if he doesn't appreciate you and everything, then I don't know. Maybe you ought to think about selling it. Get some good out of it. That's right. Get that money. Yeah, I've got a computer that I need to sell. I've got a gaming computer that I don't need and I don't use. My he's not really my ex because technically I'm still married, but we're separated. Um, he convinced me to get this dang gaming computer. So I spent all this money on this stupid thing, and I don't use it and I don't need it, and it's ridiculous. Man. Well, at least he paid for something. You got luckier than I did. I paid for everything. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that it was not a good situation at all. But I mean, the one thing I'm thankful for is the fact that, if it hadn't been for him, I would not be here. And because I probably never would have come to Thailand otherwise. So for that, I'm thankful. I just wish I hadn't had to go through hell for 14 years. Let's see. Oh, wow. Well, that would be nice of you to do. And thank you. If maybe you're talking to her. See, I don't know. We're all awesome. Well, thanks. Oh, God, my hair's a mess. Oscar, what do you want, honey? Well, I wish Linda would have come in today. She's probably busy. Yep, that's right. We are. We're both awesome. Yeah, I imagine Linda's probably taking care of that grandson. I'm assuming she never went on live. I didn't ever see any notification. I kept checking for it, but I never saw it. So I'm guessing she must have been busy. Oscar, would you stop crying? Do you not know that you're live on YouTube? I am in the future. I know it's 8:07 p.m. at night. I'm considering making an ASMR video because I kind of need to make one. It's been a few days. So you're what, Central Time? I guess that's Central Time. Yeah, I didn't think so. I kept looking. I know I said that, but okay. Yeah, it's been a few days since I did an ASMR video. Did a request. And there's another request that I need to do. I'm just not sure how to set up for it. That's my problem, is a lot of times I can't figure out how to set them up. Oh, well, good. So you're an early bird like me. I'm generally an early bird. I love to get up early. I like to get up right when the sun's coming up. I love mornings, always have. But the problem is that when I make ASMR videos and I'm up until 3 a.m., it's a little harder to be up so early. But I really do need to make one tonight because I've been slacking on that channel ever since I started this one. But it's just because I'm enjoying this so much more. I really am. I'm enjoying a lot more. Well, it's funny because, like, when I was in school, I didn't really want to get up early. I always wanted to sleep in. I didn't like to get up early unless it was the weekend or summer break. Then I loved getting up early. I didn't like getting up early to go to school because I hated school. Hated it with a passion. And I bring that into my old gal in the back of the class videos that I do. I talk about how much I hated school. Oh, I know. Me too. I did too. It was so dumb because it's like some of the schools that I went to, they would bus me clear across town when there were other schools that were closer to where I lived. But because of the way they had it set up, it was like one side of the street went to one school and the other side of the street went to some other school. And because of the side of the street I lived on, I ended up having to be bussed across town. It was horrible. I hated that. Yeah, sorry if it's quiet over here. I'm not brave like Linda, and when she plays music in the background, I'm not brave enough to try to do that. So I probably ought to stop running my mouth. Yeah, yeah, I don't want to get in trouble. Have YouTube jumping on me for some thing I did that I shouldn't have done. I suppose I probably should go and try and set up to make a video that somebody requested. Oh, wow. Yeah, those were the days. It doesn't make sense though. What I don't understand is how come there are so many YouTube channels that all they do is their channel is playing copyrighted music. You know, like I can go on and I can punch in just about any song that I want to hear and find it on YouTube. And I'm sure that not all of those people have got permission to use that music, but yet they're still on there and they don't get in trouble for it. So it doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, I just don't understand. I mean, some things are, well known bands and whatever, and you can find it on YouTube. Yeah, me too. Me too. Because it's like, those people, they make tons of money anyway. So what does it matter if somebody's playing it on a YouTube video? Especially if it's just something playing in the background. It's like, I don't really see what the big deal about that is. Because like when Linda plays it, it's just off in the background somewhere. Most of the time she's talking over it. So it's not like she's just playing it for her channel. So I don't get that. I don't know why they're so strict on it. I really don't know. I know there was a song that I came across. Yeah, I know exactly. There's been a couple of songs that I've come across that I really liked, and I checked to see, is this free use or whatever, and it said that no, that if you wanted to play it in a video or something, you had to get permission. I never asked for permission, but I might do it because I'm thinking, I might want to use those songs in one of my all about atmosphere videos. I just have so much fun making those videos. I just wish other people enjoyed them as much because, I mean, it takes a lot of work to put in to make them. Because, like, all the background stuff that I add, thank you. Yeah, all that background stuff that I add, I create all of that myself. So it's like, if there's like um, sound effects or anything like that, sometimes I'll spend hours searching through different things, whether it's the YouTube library or other sites that has, you know, free use stuff. Sometimes it'll take hours just to find one little sound effect or clip of something that I want for a video. And then, I have to go in and do all this stuff. And it's a huge process. But I guess people just, they're like, oh, well, this isn't typical ASMR. So I don't know. Yeah, that's probably true. Oh God. Well, I suppose I should go. I'm doing that southern thing again where it's like we say, yeah, well, I guess I better hang up now, and we keep talking for ever and ever. But I've really thoroughly enjoyed this, and I'm so glad that you got to come in. I don't know if Green Rose is still here or not, but I appreciate both of you for coming in. Oh, good, you are. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad that both of you came and joined me because that was really nice. Well, thank you. And I definitely want to do more. Now that I've gotten to do this and I know how it works, I'm excited. I just wish I could do it on my tablet. I need to find out though, because I think you have to have a certain kind of app or something to do it. Well, thank you. It's been a pleasure talking with you, and I'm so glad that you came in, both of you. But I want to try to find out how I can do it from my tablet or something. So I don't have to set up. It's like I got, a setup here like I do for my ASMR videos. And I don't want to have to go through all that just for a live stream. I mean, I was wanting to be able to live stream and walk around and, do stuff like Linda does. She just walks around her house and stuff. Well, thank you. Well, hopefully I get this video made tonight. Somebody requested that I do like hair clips in hair because I finally got myself a doll head, one of those, the beauty salon or, beauty school people use and stuff, with you can cut hair, do whatever with it. Finally got one. So somebody requested that I do like hair clips and stuff. So I'm going to try and do that if I can figure out how in the heck to set it up. All right, you guys. Well, thank you again for being here. And I'm probably going to make a quick little video to put up on this channel. Just talking about the fun I had on this live stream and sharing a little video clip I got today of my rooster patrons that were here for the, restaurant. Just, it was cute. So I just got a little video clip of that I'm going to share. So I think I'll do that and then try to set up for the ASMR video. So I guess I'll be doing a lot of video stuff tonight. Well, thank you. And I hope that you have a great day. And I look forward to doing this again sometime. And I will see y'all later. Bye. Thank you, Green Rose. Thank you, Tan Man. Bye.